All right, this is the research paper overview. In the next little bit, we're going to be writing a research paper. So I want to talk through some of the requirements with you using the trendiest possible background images. All right, first of all, the assignment itself. You're going to write a 4 to 5 page expository essay on a theme of your choice from Macbeth. The theme is, again, your choice, but the goal here is to thoroughly examine one idea. Keep in mind here that less is more. The goal really is to explore something that you can talk about with significance, considering its implications, moving towards its complexity. This means we're not looking for plot summary. We're looking for an interesting, unique insight that helps us understand what Macbeth as a play is all about. Your research will include at least one secondary source, and we'll talk a little bit about library resources in a bit. Each paragraph of your expository essay must include at least one quote from Macbeth, and one paragraph must include a quote from your secondary source. This could be a 5-paragraph essay. I think it lends itself well to that format. But if it's more than 5 paragraphs, which it's welcome to be, again, each paragraph must include at least one quote from Macbeth, your primary source, and one paragraph must include a quote from your secondary source. Okay, here's the goal for research. Secondary sources must be 2 things. Number 1, they must be scholarly. This means written by an expert. An expert in this case would mean somebody who has made money talking about literature. We're looking for like college professors. We're looking for literary critics. We're looking for people who know what they are talking about. When we search the internet, we could end up finding some high school kids' paper on Macbeth, and that's not what we want. We want people with credibility who have been compensated for their credibility. Secondly, we want a source that is peer-reviewed. So if a group of a scholar's peers are doing the review, we would anticipate that those peers are also experts on this subject. So we want something that is edited and published by other experts. It's gone through some kind of test. So this is why we say no blogs, no Wikipedia, no Yahoo Answers, no Spark Notes, no Cliff Notes. We want something with somebody's name on it. And in the research tab on the module for next week, there'll be some more specific ways that we can find good resources for the paper. All right, I want to talk a little bit about a thesis statement. A thesis statement is something we're going to spend a lot of time working on. And this little pie chart here is just a couple things that your thesis statement should accomplish. The most important 2 things here are the ones that are in all caps. So a good thesis statement will say what you're going to prove, and will also say how you're going to prove it. We want something that has specificity, that shows a clear argument. Again, we're focusing on something that we're proving. So we're not just saying, here's a bunch of facts about this idea, here's a bunch of information. Instead, we're saying, here's a specific insight that this paper is going to explore. And here's what it is, and here's exactly what it's going to look like. It appears at the end of our introduction, and if it's well crafted, it'll serve as kind of a mini outline for our paper. It'll give us a clear sense not only of what the paper is about, but how the paper is going to discuss this idea.